Welcome to Tartu in Estonia. 186 kilometers southeast of Tallinn, Tartu is a modern city rich in historical culture and heritage. And this weekend it will host an important event for the young riders in the sport of motocross. So let's go and take a look at the track. At the Lange Motor Centre circuit, the world's fastest dirt bike riders, all under the age of 17 from 30 nations, will compete in 3 classes: 65, 85 and 125cc, all hoping to make their mark in the world of motocross. And walking away with the junior world title under their belt would be the perfect start. Welcome to Estonia for the 2017 FIM Junior Motocross World Championship. In 2016, the FIM Junior Motocross World Championship took place in Ulyanok, Russia. It was business as usual for our motocross young guns as they went bar to bar for Junior Motocross World Championship glory.
In Russia last year, the first up were the 65 riders, and in race 1 it was Kirill Vorobyev who took an early lead with Edvard Bidzans close behind. Bidzans fell on lap 5, remounted in 8th, leaving Alexei Orlov 747 to take second. Carlos Albert Razulis was third, but it was a win for Vorobyev in race 1. In race 2, once again, Kirill Vorobyev took an early lead and was always in the driving seat. Bidzans ran second, but was caught by Carlos Albert Razulis in the closing stages. But once again, it was Vorobyev who went 1-1 to win the 65cc Junior World Cup. And there your final standings: Vorobyev, Razulis and Orlov, your top 3 last year in Russia. In the 85cc class, Mako Vetik on the 651 tried to make full use of his flying start, but was shadowed by Japan's Joe Shimoda. But it was Renny Hofer on the 711 who took the win in race 1. Vetik was second and Maxim Krayev was third. And in race 2, Renny Hofer was in a class of his own. With another solid start, he went on to win by 3 seconds over Shimoda. His double race win earned him the 85cc Junior World title. Top 3 in the 85s were Hofer, Vetik and Maxim Krayev. And in the fiercely contested 125 class, Rowan van der Moosdijk got off to a second place start behind Jakob Terasak, but it was soon into the lead. Hertz 93 came from a poor start to take second, but the win went to Rowan van der Moosdijk on the Yamaha. In race 2, Hertz made a better start this time around, but was pushed by Rowan van der Moosdijk. This time though, the Yamaha rider had to settle for second behind Jago Hertz, who won race 2 and the FIM Junior 125cc title. Of course, he added that to the European crown he won earlier in the season. Australia won the team event with Russia and the Netherlands, your top 3. On the Saturday afternoon, the riders and teams were all presented to the fans here in Estonia. Riders and teams from all over the world representing their countries in what would be a very special moment for them indeed. And once again this year, the FIM Ride Green initiative was very much in full swing as well, where we plant trees around the circuit. And at the end of the weekend, we will have a winner to see which nation was the most environmentally friendly here on race weekend. So the riders then presented to the fans, nation by nation. The biggest cheer coming for the home team, Team Estonia. What could they do here on home soil? And with all of that done, there was just one thing left for the riders to do: get a good night's sleep ahead of all the action tomorrow. When the sun came up, just one more presentation, this time in front of all the dignitaries and all the delegates. But the sun was up and the riders were ready to do battle here. Who would be crowned world champion in the 85 and 125 class, and who would pick up the 65cc Junior World Cup trophy? All coming up next.
A fast and sandy track here in Tartu, Estonia that's not too deep and not too hard. The compactness allows the spectators a perfect view of the entire circuit. So let's take a closer look through the eyes of Adam Kovacs and René Hofer.
This circuit at Tartu, nice and wide. Sweeping through turn 1, 90 degrees immediately over the foxhole shot line and past pit lane into turn 2. And this circuit utilizing a very shallow valley, so the riders dropping in from one side and jumping out at the other like this onto that uphill triple. A hard charge next up into turn 3. A long sweeping left-hander takes the riders through there and then dropping back down in the opposite direction over a short tabletop jump. And then at the bottom of the hill you see the braking bumps. Gives you an indication as to what the riders can expect on race day. Through the chicane, over the small double, then up into the bank right-hander. On the gas early. It's quite firm underneath here. It's not a deep sand track. Utilizing that turn there, the small double jump. See the riders swinging wide here, but lots of opportunity to make passes whether you go inside or outside. Over the mid-sized tabletop jump. Small little mogul there just to upset the balance of the bike on the entry to that 180 right. And then over this tabletop here, again another high-speed right-hand turn with a jump midway through, and then they get the other side of there, change direction, get on the gas early, hit this single. You see a rhythm section there, but another one of those out on track as well. A little bit later on in the lap, just here, triple-double this time for that combination. Then into this left-hander, and then getting ready for one of the biggest jumps on the track, if not the biggest, about 25 meters or so long, that tabletop jump. Immediately on the brakes, and you can see what happens if you run wide there, you can get past on the inside. And then heading up towards the hill here, this is the Scott finish line jump. Turn 1 is to the right, and the riders head down pit lane to start another lap.
You are actually one of the youngest in your class, in the 65 class. You're only 10 years old, so that is that's quite a big deal, isn't it?
I'd like to be like René Hofer and Antonio Corelli and all that, and it's very cool just to be here at 10 years old. Yeah, it's so cool. I've been here for a week, so I'm not that jet lagged, and the food's really nice over here.
Yeah, it's my first time at the Junior Worlds, and it's been a good experience. Yeah, it's definitely a big learning curve, and I'm learning so much, and yeah, it's been good.
Jet, you're actually a familiar face to the GPs because you're based in Belgium with your brother Hunter. But tell us about that setup.
Well, yeah, I am based with my brother Hunter, and it's cool because he's doing the MX2 rounds of basically almost all the way around the world. And yeah, I'm lucky to be his brother. Yeah, this race is really special to me, and yeah, I hope I do well this weekend and come home with a good result.
It's amazing, any time you come to a World Championship is special. To be defending champions is another step up again, so really looking forward to what the weekend brings this time. It's a challenge, but here we are. Everyone's ready to go, so it's good.
You know, it is a big responsibility. It's yeah, they won it last year, so it's up to us now to defend it for them. And you know, it's a big weight on our shoulders, but you know, we've got a good team, and if our heads in the right space, I reckon like it'll be good. So it's, you know, we just got to go out there, race our own races, and wherever we end up, it's the best we can do. So it's, yeah.
In 2018, Australia will be hosting the Junior World Championship, so that must be something that you guys are looking forward to. Tell us a little bit about the venue, about the event, and how special it is for you.
Yeah, can't wait to be racing on home soil. The first time Australia set a full team to the World Championship was in New Zealand in 2009, and that was the closest one we've had to home, and it really set us up for the next years after that to have riders heading overseas to the Europe rounds. To have one in Australia will be very special, and hopefully we can offer the same services then for setting up riders to then come back to the European rounds in the years to come afterwards. A lot of logistical support next year for everyone from Europe heading across to Australia. So welcome to our world. We do it for a few years, and it's good to be home, to have everything we need, and then we'll be there to help everyone that comes over as well.
Mark, wishing you a successful weekend of racing.
Thank you very much.
With me now we have the EMX 65 European champion, Mads Fredso Sorensen. Mads, fantastic weekend for you in Lockett. You must be pleased with your result.
Yeah, it was a great weekend. I'm a little bit more confident, but anything can happen, yeah.
So what are your thoughts on the track here in Estonia? Have you had a chance to walk it?
Yeah, I walked it yesterday. Over, it's a little bit sandy, but underneath there's a little hard. And I also like the jumps, they're a little bit big.
Do you think you'll be able to manage those jumps?
Yeah, I love to scrub and I love big jumps, so I think this track will be a perfect track for me.
Taku, firstly, just tell us how important is the FIM Junior World Championship for a team like Japan?
Well, coming to the Junior World Championship is an opportunity for my team to race against the best riders in the world, because it is difficult to compare racing in Japan to racing on the world stage. In order to do that, our focus is to give Japanese riders this great opportunity. For us, it's important to race against other European riders to get experience and improve.
Thanks, Taku. Best of luck for the weekend. Thank you. Let's see how these guys get on in 65's race 1.
cc race 1, then the little terrors charging down into turn 1, and with a whole shot it was Alessandro Gaspari, but one or two guys going down, one of those Junya Tanaka, but picking themselves up it was Ferruccio Sanchi who quickly took the lead. Mads Fredso Sorensen was in there, so too was the rest of them. A freshly watered track causing problems for them in the early stages of the race. On board here with Sorensen, he was in second place at that stage, just behind Zanchi. And in the background there in the orange helmet was Ivano Van Erp. The 432 was closing in on the guys ahead of him. Back on board here with Fredso, and going around the fallen race leader there, Ferruccio Zanchi. So, and also then making a mistake of his own was Fredso, as Ivano Van Erp went through. The riders doing their best around this challenging circuit. The 61 there, Caden Minier of Australia was doing a great job as well. He had his time towards the front, but there was the 432, Ivano Van Erp, making it very easy here, but then he would, coming from the Netherlands. There was the Pole, Chwalik. He was in third place. And there was the young Australian there, the 61 of Caden Minier. But the win belonged to Ivano Van Erp in race 1. Fredso Sorensen was second, Chwalik third, Minier fourth, and Mansi Kamaki was fifth.
Ivano Van Erp, congratulations. You won the first 65 race, despite having Madso right behind you.
The start was not so good, and the first guy he crashed on the second lap, and Mats also a little bit mistake, and I take my concentration and I win, and I want to thank my family, my sponsor, and my team.
After winning race 1, the 432, Ivano Van Erp got a flying start, but it was the man in black, Mats Fredso, who grabbed the whole shot. Going down though, 1 or 2 riders at the turn 1 again, but on board here, Zanchi making a decent start. He's there inside the top 6, but Ivano Van Erp making a great start and finding his way early past the guy who challenged him last week, and also in race 1 here. But this was a battle for the lead. Ivano Van Erp took a tight to line, way out of the final turn, then up into turn 2, found his way past the Dane, and went on to lead the race. The 2 youngsters at the head of the field then, Ivano Van Erp and Mads Fredso Sorensen, making a pretty good job of it. But the Dutchman, 432, making it look very, very easy, as he started to establish a huge gap at the head of the field on that 432 KTM 65. Mads Fredso Sorensen was next, and then just behind them, the 61 once again from Australia, having a great ride. That of course being Minier. Spending a lot of time out front in this second race was the 432, Ivano Van Erp. Minier right there as well in green, was looking comfortable as well. Well worth the trip from down under to get here to Estonia. At times, Ivano Van Erp dwarfed by the huge banks on this circuit, but he went on to take victory in race 2. It was a perfect day for him here this weekend. Fredso was second, Minier was third, Chwalik was fourth.
Ivano Van Erp, congratulations. Perfect weekend for you. 2 out of 2 wins, and you're the Junior 65 World Cup winner.
Yeah, the start was not so good, and the race was nice, and I can take lead, and I take the concentration and I win. And I'm very happy, and I want to thank my family, my sponsors, and my team.
Congratulations, thank you.
Overall then, the FIM Junior World Cup and the 65 class looked like this. Van Erp, Fredso and Minier from Australia. And look at him sat there on the third step of the podium. Can hardly believe it, look, but well worth the travel from Australia. We saw the other 2 at the European Championships just a week prior to this, but Ivano Van Erp taking his winner's trophy. Here's a 65cc Junior World Cup winner. Here's here another Dutch star in the making. Of course, we've seen a few over the years. Mr. Tony Skillington handing out the medals this weekend. And good to see them so happy, so excited, and keen to continue the journey.
Ivano Van Erp, congratulations. You're the 65 World Cup winner. It was quite close with Fredso, but you managed to get 2 out of 2 wins.
Yeah, the race was good and the starts are not so good. And yeah, the first moto have not a so good start. And on the first lap, the guy on the first place he crashed, and Fredso make a little mistake, and I can take the lead and I take my concentration and I win. And the second moto, I have a better start than the first moto. And on the second lap, I can take the lead, and also I take my concentration, yeah, and I win.
How special is it to be here representing your country?
It's very special. Last year I got invited, but it was in Russia. This year it's a bit nearer, so I've been able to come and represent Team Great Britain.
And of course, what are you aiming for personally as an 85 rider? What do you think you can achieve this weekend?
This weekend I hope I can get to the top 3, and my main goal is to win the World Finals.
And what's it like being with Team Great Britain? You've got a good setup here, all you guys seem to be getting along well.
Yeah, this year I haven't done the British, but we still know each other and it's good fun.
Camden, it's a one-man show for you, isn't it? You're the only rider in Team South Africa. Tell us about that.
Well, it's definitely been a long journey and privilege to ride for my country. Would have been very nice if there was some other South Africans here that I knew, but yeah. I have been to a FIM Motocross Junior World Championships, but while I was preparing for the race, I had a little crash and broke my collarbone, and unfortunately I wasn't able to race. But yeah, hoping to look for some good results this year, and yeah.
Well, best of luck this weekend, Camden.
Thank you.
Let's see how Camden gets on in the first 85cc race.
'85cc race 1, things starting to get a little bit quicker here, but Eddie Wade, number 17, with a foxhole shot. Just behind him, Konstantin Pieler of Germany in second, Kay Karsmakers in third, and on board here with Noel Nilsson, he's in fourth. Oh, the mistake there from the 22 of Karsmakers allows Nilsson to get himself up the inside, but charging down past pit lane, it's Eddie Wade leading the way. Nilsson on the ascendancy, he's in third place with Karsmakers in fourth, and Poulsen in fifth place. Your front runners here then, Wade, Pieler, Nilsson, Karsmakers. Poulsen going through in fifth as the rest of the pack come charging through. Frantic action out on track. Quick glimpse there of Florian Mio, but on board here with Noel Nilsson looking to go around the outside. Makes the pass on Pieler to get himself into third. Wade continues to lead though. On board here with Eddie Wade, continues to lead the way. Charging uphill on the number 17, the young Brit. But Noel Nilsson all over the back of him from Sweden on that number 555. Making him work for it, no doubt about it. Just taking a quick look behind as well, just to see how close the rest of the pack are before he makes that attack on Eddie Wade at the head of the field. But Wade weathering the storm that Nilsson throwing at him every step of the way. The two guys putting on a fantastic display at the head of the field. Third now, Max Poulsen closing in the background. There is Karsmakers, he's in fourth place. There's Mio having a good ride, the young French rider, but Eddie Wade, superlative here in Moto number 1. Took the checkered flag. ahead of Nilsson and Paulsen. Karsmakers coming home fourth, Pila coming home fifth.
Eddie J. Wade, congratulations. You had a great start and led every single lap of that race. How was it for you?
Yeah, I got the best jump and I was battling all the way with Nilsson. I had some near misses on the crashes, but all went good.
Great job, thank you.
We had a double moto winner in the 65 class. Were we about to get it again in 85cc race 2? But no whole shot this time for Eddie Wade. This time it was Magnus Smith, Wade second, Alex Larwood of Australia third on the number 5 machine. You just see him up there in the flash of green as we're on board here with Nilsson in 5th place. There's Kovac, but up front, the battle for the lead. Magnus Smith, Wade, Nilsson. There's Larwood in green. Another good ride for an Australian rider there inside the top 5. Challenge for the lead here. Oh, Wade almost coming together there with Smith as they crashed, well, almost crashed, challenging for the lead. Nilsson also making moves. He gets himself up into 3rd. There he is in yellow. He's got Paulsen just behind him. There's Larwood, the number 5. But Wade leading once again. Smith still there in 2nd, but for how much longer? Well, there's Nilsson. He was the danger man. So there is the 22 of Karsmakers. And Smith now starting to fade back. Karsmakers on the charge. And there's Kay de Wolf as well. So 2 Dutch riders having a good outing in 85cc race 2. Quick shot there of Liam Everts. He's down in 15th position for the young Belgian. That's a pretty good ride. He'll be pleased with that. Eddie Wade, though, just like he was in race 1, in control, apart from that near miss with Magnus Smith. Noel Nilsson, a good, solid performance here this weekend in both races, but not able to do anything about Eddie Wade on that number 17. Wade, though, it was who took victory in race 2, second of the day for him. Nilsson second, Karsmakers, Mio and Smith rounding out the top 5. Larwood dropped to 7th in the end.
Eddie Jade Wade, congratulations. You won qualifying, you won the first race, you won the second race. You're now the 85 Junior World Champion.
Yeah, I won them all this weekend and that last race. I got second off the start, but then they passed me. I managed to get first and get a good gap and control it, and it's amazing being a world championship.
Well deserved, thank you.
The overall classification then, Eddie Wade victorious here ahead of Noel Nilsson and Kay Karsmakers. And that's the podium here in Estonia. Big round of applause for Eddie Wade, but Kay Karsmakers, he'll be pleased with that as well. So too, Noel Nilsson, I'm sure. Good crowd here this weekend to see these guys do battle. But a great moment for Eddie Wade as he takes his gold plate from Patricia Maskarova. And a gold medal from Mr. Tony Skillington, the FIM CMS Director.
Tell us about your races. You pretty much won every race. You won the qualifying, first race, second race. That second race seemed to take a lot out of you. Would you agree?
Yeah, the weekend was perfect for me, really. The first race, got the whole shot and Nilsson was behind me, battled all the way with him. I managed to hold him off. The second race didn't get the best start. Got second and then 2 people passed me on the first lap. Managed to get past them on the first lap though, and just managed the gap all the way.
Tim, it's great to have you here. Firstly, tell us about your season. It's been quite a difficult one so far, hasn't it?
Yeah, it started off good in Valkenswaard with me getting 4th overall, but I also picked up some injury in Valkenswaard, which keep me away from riding like I can. And good year with the team, and yeah, but also now we're here in the juniors, and I'm here with Team Sweden, and the track looks like a Swedish track, so it will be nice.
Monique, firstly, let's talk about your year. It's been quite a difficult one so far, hasn't it? Because you had an injured foot. Just give us an update on that and how you've been.
Yeah, after the first few days with broken feet, we decided to need the operation. Yeah, after the yes from the doctor to ride again. We trained a lot and raced a lot, and now I think it's good preparation for the Junior World Championship.
Now, at the end of last year, you were also part of the Mxgp Rookie Academy. Tell us about that. That's pretty exciting as well.
Yeah, the Mxgp Rookie project was such a good opportunity to train, to get prepared for 2017. The Junior World Championship is the highest race in the season, and it's pretty cool to stay here with Germany. We have a lot of good riders here, and I think we can ride a good result.
Well, best of luck for the weekend. Let's see how Monique gets on in the 125's race 1.
Race 1 for the FIM Junior World Championship in the 125 category. Gianluca Facchetti came across to give himself as much room as possible. It worked because he crossed the Fox hole shot line ahead of Mikael Harp and Andrea Zanotti. It was Facchetti who led. Number 22 from Brian Moreau, who snuck through there. There was Harp in 3rd. Then Mako Vetic in 4th on the 6:51. But buried down the back here was Kevin Horgmo, not making a great start on the number 24 machine. Got a lot of work to do. But Facchetti making light work. There's Moreau 2nd, Harp 3rd, Vetic 4th. Then Zanotti going through. Elzinger was well placed in there as well, so too Matteo Puccinelli. All inside the top 10, but trying to give chase to Facchetti. Brian Moreau there, 225. And the 722 of Mikael Harp. Those two banging bars, allowing Facchetti just to get away. There is Horgmo going around the outside of Metic to get himself up another place. Eventually came home in 4th as Vetic faded back down towards 7th. But Facchetti in a world of his own. There's Puccinelli getting caught and passed there. Brian Moreau dancing around on that Monster Energy machine, still dicing with Harp on that 722. Husqvarna. Kevin Horgmo eventually got himself up into 4th place, but no one a match for the 22 of Gianluca Facchetti on his Husqvarna, riding the perfect race, putting the Fox hole shot, leading every single lap and relatively unchallenged to take the checkered flag and victory in Moto number 1. Harp was 2nd, Moreau 3rd, Horgmo, Puccinelli, your top 5.
Gianluca Facchetti, congratulations. Perfect race for you. You took the whole shot, led every lap, pretty much riding your own race all of the time.
Yeah, I'm so happy. I'm training much for this race. Yeah, in the end, in the race, much tired because, yeah, not 100%, but I come. But I'm so happy, thanks to my team, and yeah, I'm so happy.
Good luck for the second race. Thank you.
Everything on the line here as the gate drop for the 125 class race 2. Facchetti with another flying start, but not able to get the foxhole shot this time. It belonged to Jeremy Sido, 104. Facchetti second, Rick Elsinger third, Harp in there in fourth. Kevin Horgmo making a better start this time. Just saw him there with the GoPro, and he gets himself up into fourth, flying his way past Rick Elsinger. And looking to go past Jeremy Sido, takes himself up into third. So the top 3 riders here this weekend, Facchetti, Harp and Horgmo, where they need to be, as Brian Moreau buried a little bit further down the order. Not too far down though, just one place behind the 99 of Elsinger and one ahead of Andreas Hiamagi, the Estonian, having a great ride. Moreau on the move though, finding his way past Elsinger to get himself up another position. Here's Horgmo, yellow flags are out, and who's that? It's Harp out of second place. So Kevin Horgmo then moves up into second. Harp gets pushed down to third. And Brian Moreau finds himself in fourth place. So breathing space for the 22 of Gianluca Facchetti. A winner in race 1, has the cleanest bike on the track. He's probably never pulled his roll-offs this time around either. Takes a quick look across before he takes the checkered flag. But Gianluca Facchetti, your 125 FIM Junior World Champion 2017, a double moto win for him. Horgmo second in race 2, Harp, Moreau, Elsinger, your top 5.
Gianluca Facchetti, congratulations. You said you worked hard towards this event and it's paid off. You're the junior 125 champion.
Yeah, I'm so happy about this race. I never training too much for this race, but I'm so happy. I don't know what I say, but I'm so happy. Thanks to everyone.
It clearly means a lot to you.
What?
It means a lot to you.
Yeah. I'm so tired now, but I'm so happy. Thank you.
Congratulations. Thank you.
FIM Junior World Championship then, the 125 division. Gianluca Facchetti, Mikael Harp, Kevin Horgmo, your top 3 overall. But this weekend, Gianluca Facchetti, the third rider to go and win the World Juniors with a perfect score. He does it in the 125 class. Mikael Harp, second overall, and Kevin Horgmo, third overall. Gold plate goes to Italy and Gianluca Facchetti. Mikael Harp looks a little disappointed, but he shouldn't be really. Tony Skillington on hand to present the medals once again to the top 3. Gold, silver and bronze for our winners. Gianluca Facchetti though, the overall winner here is your FIM Junior World Champion.
The weekend was perfect, and in qualifying I do pole position, so I'm so happy. And then first race I was more nervous because first race always more nervous. And then I make all shot, and then first 5 laps I was much nervous, so the Haru pushed me a lot, and then I stayed there and I didn't crash, so I win. Second moto I didn't make all shot, I started second, but second corner I passed first. Then I saw Harup back to me and I need to push much. Yeah, I push and I saw Harup crash, so I stay relaxed and I win.
Great job, congratulations.
In the national team classification, Denmark came away the winners from the Netherlands and Italy, with Australia and Great Britain rounding out the top 5. So Denmark, your gold medal winners here in Estonia. Good rides from all the lads on all the teams here this weekend. But gold plates all round for the Danish contingent here in Estonia. And gold medals as well, presented once again by Mr. Tony Skillington. Silvers and bronzes for the other teams of the other nations there, coming home second and third. But what a great weekend for the Danish crew. But Team Japan were deemed the most environmentally friendly nation here this weekend, so they were the recipients of the FIM Ride Green Award. So congratulations to Team Japan. And all the foxhole shots were rewarded as well. Alessandro Gaspari picking up a foxhole shot here. Eddie Wade. And Gianluca Facchetti. That was the first round of races. In the second motos, it was Mads Fredso who picked up the foxhole shot in 65cc race 2. In 85cc race 2 is Magnus Smith. And in the second 125 race, it was Jeremy Sido on the 104. Good work, guys.
There were nerves and excitement this weekend for our young athletes. Over 180 riders across 3 classes sampled the soil of this Estonian track, but only 3 walked away with those individual titles. In the 65 class, it was Ivano Van Erp. In the 85s, it was Eddie J. Wade. And in the 125 class, it was Gianluca Facchetti, with the overall nation-winning team going to Team Denmark. I'm sure we've successfully found some young motocross stars of the future, and we'll be doing so again next year, as the FIM Junior Motocross World Championship heads down under to Australia. We'll look forward to that, so we'll see you there.